Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Cook With Me playlist. And this is a series where we basically cook an entire meal from scratch. And on today's menu, we'll be preparing some saucy and some rice served with some avocado. These are the list of ingredients that I have for today's recipe. And from this corner, I have some cooking oil, I have some salt, this is my avocado, I have some dania that I'm going to use to garnish my rice, I have my veggies here, and I have some onions, tomatoes, dania stems. This is capsicum and this is garlic. I also have some tomato paste, just a little bit, and this is my saucy. And a disclaimer, this is not meat, this is just protein. I also have some water, and these are the list of spices that I'm going to be using in today's recipe. I have some bay leaves, this is some basil, black pepper, some turmeric, some masala, and for today I've decided to use chicken masala because I find chicken masala better than beef masala. And as I mentioned, this is not meat, so you can feel free to use any masala that you prefer, and some thickener, which is Rico. And without further ado, let's get started. For the first process, before we can start cooking our saucy, we need to soak it in some water, and we're just going to add till everything is submerged into the water. And I'm going to let this sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, let's be preparing our rice. But another ingredient that I also forgot to mention that I'm going to use to accompany my saucy and my rice are these vegetables. And these are frozen peas and some frozen carrots, just for the texture, because saucy is so I'm just going to add this for the texture, and I'm also going to use it in my rice. So once my oil is hot, I'm going to go in with my rice, and this is one hack that I use to ensure that I get fluffy rice. I'll go in with some salt. Then I'm going to go in with my measured water. I'll cover this and let it come to a boil till the rice is fully ready. So once my pan is hot, I'm going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and I'm going to let this become hot. Then I can go in with my onions. So once I'm happy with the color of my onions, I'm going to go in with some tomatoes. I'll cover it, then wait for the onions to become soft. So it's at this point that I'm going to go in with my dania stems and also my garlic. Then I'll go in with my tomato paste. Then I'll add just a little bit of water to loosen the tomato paste. I'm going to cover this and cook it for about a minute so that my tomato paste can fully cook. So I have added in my spices, and I was off camera, but I've added in my spices, and I'm going to cook this for about a minute so that my spices can cook and they can blend in together. So this is how my sauce looks like. As you can see, most of the water has been absorbed by the sauce, and I'm just going to add everything in. Then remember, we have not added some salt because sauce inakwanga na chumvi yake. So I'm going to cook this for a little bit, then I can taste if I need to adjust the salt. So if at all you have some soy sauce, you can feel free to add your soy sauce. And you do not need salt if at all you have soy sauce. So I'm going to let this cook for about a minute, then I can add some water. So finally my meal is ready, and I'm just going to remove my bay leaves. And that's it. So remember, we had this, and I'm just going to sprinkle on top. So as you've seen, it was that easy preparing this meal, and now let's begin. The seasoning is just perfect. Wow, it almost tastes like mince meat. And the frozen peas and carrot gives it some texture. I'll definitely recommend this recipe. Wow, this is so good. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I also hope you learned something new. And I also hope that you're going to try out this recipe and let me know how it goes for you. It's a bye from my side. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.